All right, I'm going to demo using Netlify proxy to replace a legacy app one screen or one view at a time. So often you're in a situation where you want to migrate away from a legacy app. You can't rewrite it all up front. So this is a technique that can kind of help you eat that elephant one bite at a time. Let me go over the folder structure here. So for example, I just have two web apps. We'll call one UI, next UI2. These are Next.js applications. So the file system here kind of shows you the routes that you can navigate to. So in our legacy app, or UI1, we have an index, a root URL, cases, case index, and then a view. Cases/view/abc would take you to a specific case detail. UI1 only, some route that only exists in the legacy app. UI2 only, some route that only exists in the new app. And then, as you might notice too, we're going to change the route in the new app. Instead of cases/view/abc, it'll just be cases/abc. So we didn't need the view. So let me pull it over here. So here I have them running side by side, so you can see we're not doing any proxying yet. So we've got the same route showing two different views. I'll just kind of show if we would go to cases view ABC, we could see the UI1 case details. Let's try over here, just cases ABC. And we've got the UI2 case details. So here's what I'm going to do. Let's go look at the Netlify TOML. So we don't have anything special here yet, just building and exporting. Let me go ahead and see. Okay. All right, so I'll talk this through a little bit. Context development. So I have a development branch, a very common strategy in Netlify. Right, you're going to have different branches for your different environments, like development, staging, production. So right now, these redirect rules we're only going to apply to the development environment. We test them out. We could add them, promote them up. We could add one for staging or production whenever we're ready to turn those on. So this first rule, we're going to say, hey, from the root, just slash, let's redirect to the new app /cases. That's what we're going to render anyway. So the URL is still just going to be, so it's more like a rewrite. I guess the URL's still just going to look like you're at the UI1 root, but it's going to be rendering the content from UI2/cases. This force true is important here because both applications, UI1 and UI2, of course, have a root. And if you don't have force equals to true, then it's gonna, if this were false, then it's gonna render the UI1 route if it exists, and it does. So we'll demo this here in a second, but I'll go ahead and talk through the rest of these. Cases. So it's really rendering the same thing. It's just allowing you to either go to the home or /cases. They both will redirect to the same place. And then this is for the detail view. So in the UI1 app, it's cases/view/some_ID, and we're just going to rewrite that to /cases splat, or this colon splat. It's basically just going to have whatever this part of the URL is, and I don't know, map it over here. We're going to force that to be true. And then I added one more here for force false. And this is a complete wildcard route. And what this is useful for, I guess, is if there's anything net new, meaning if we add some new route in the new app that doesn't exist in the legacy app, it'll go ahead and rewrite that. So I'll demo that here in a second. So let me let me get to that. Let's see if those, I think I pushed this. Let's see. Maybe not. Should have done that while I was talking. Okay, so just push my changes. So Netlify should pick that up, and here we are, Netlify proxy UI. Go ahead and refresh. So we see it's building. That actually won't take too long. Go ahead and look at that. Okay. And so anyway, when that's done, the expectation will be that that when I refresh this tab on the left, it's going to turn purple and show me the UI2 case details, even though the URL is going to be this UI1 Netlify. So site is live, should be working now. There we go, boom, UI2 case details. And the same thing if I go to /cases, or so that's proxying or rewriting, and the same with home. But I do have some routes. Let me go back to my structure. So this one was a UI1 only. So what do we think that's going to do? That actually, it exists in this app, but not in the other one. So it should, well, let's see, UI1 only. Okay, so route exists in UI1 only. This is being served up, but I have another route over here, UI2 only. So let's try to punch that in. UI2 only. And you can see that it's proxying over to the UI2 only one. So UI2 only. And that is because of this last wildcard route that with the force equals false. So that's basically saying if it exists in UI1, render it. If it otherwise, look for it in the UI2 app. So it's pretty powerful, pretty handy, especially a lot of times you're going to have your auth tokens and stuff associated with the domain of your legacy app, and since the URL is not changing and the domain's not changing, it can be kind of seamless for the most part, proxying between the two applications, and will slowly enable you to replace a legacy app.